I don't usually celebrate success on this channel. However, a recent development in the market that we have been discussing on this channel for the past few months gives me complete confidence that the bull market is here. In this video, I want to discuss this development, which is driving up the price of cryptocurrencies, and what I think could be a huge catalyst to push us to all-time highs. However, before I wrap up, I want to share with you something incredibly shocking. That will confirm that the major banks are going to make a significant entry into the cryptocurrency market. In this video, I'll explain why XRP was heavily featured in a recent announcement. Be sure to watch the entire thing to the conclusion since you won't want to miss it. If you like these videos, guys, please consider supporting this channel by clicking the link. Make sure to give this a fast thumbs up. Footage, please subscribe to my channel, it would be very beneficial to me. I'm hoping you all, guys, enjoy the content. Make sure you're subscribed, because I started conducting daily live streaming on this channel. For you to not overlook those. Sort of occur whenever I get the chance. Complete them. If you've enabled alerts and subscribed to the channel, you will receive a little reminder when I do live, so if you haven't already, double check. Since you have already subscribed, this will enable you to get these notifications. Every time I do something significant, it will also benefit this channel. Grow, something I truly value. But first, let's watch the video and discuss why cryptocurrencies are booming at the moment. Guys, I don't think this is just any old pump. I believe we learned something significant today, which is driving up cryptocurrency prices, and we'll talk about some more of them. These are sophisticated charts. What is needed for XRP to place it such that it won't be bumped? Come on, we're going to talk about that in a moment, but first I'd like to talk about the significant event that took place. The Federal Reserve said earlier today that it will not be raising interest rates in the future, and are looking to start lowering rates, so we have confirmation, people. The market greatly needed the announcement earlier today that the Federal Reserve may lower rates by 75 basis points as early as March. Guys, let me just quickly go over why this is going to be so crucial. I believe that many people assume that things like these are uninteresting, and while I kind of agree, I can't stress enough how important they are. It is the main explanation. Why do we have stocks in cryptocurrencies? The reason for last year's market crash was the Federal Reserve's decision to raise interest rates. At times of high interest rates, large banks and other institutions, who are essentially the ones who drive the markets and the cryptocurrency markets, began to rush for bonds. The Federal Reserve was raising interest rates to combat inflation due to the high yields on bonds, which led all of the institutional and sophisticated investors to flee the riskier markets, and instead head to safe markets, where you can get a wide range of bond yields and treasury instruments. As these investors sought safety, the market saw a significant loss of liquidity. However, inflation is currently occurring and is decreasing quickly. I covered that on the channel yesterday. I'm not going to dive into it again, but if you look at any metrics right now, you would know that inflation has significantly improved. We had an inflation rate of roughly 8% at the time. We are already down to 3% from a year ago. With 2% as the Federal Reserve's target, the Federal Reserve is indicating that it believes the inflationary trend is over and that raising interest rates is no longer necessary. But just now, gentlemen, the Federal Reserve went a step further and said that they will be lowering interest rates soon. If you have been following this channel for any length of time, you will know that I was one of the few people who pushed back against the notion that interest rates would stay at the current level for an extended period. This is why it is so important. It will allow capital to flow back into the cryptocurrency market in a really big way. I could see that inflation was declining. I observed that the Federal Reserve was slowing down, reduced their interest rate increases, and quit far sooner than many had predicted when they said they would cut off communication. It was quite clear that inflation was going to abate and that the Federal Reserve would need to cease raising interest rates. and perhaps begin lowering lending rates very soon. And to be perfectly honest with you all I needed to do was glance at the markets to decide that I wanted to quickly show you the Bitcoin chart, since it will provide us with a clear understanding of what we are looking at. Gentlemen, the December 2022 bottom of Bitcoin coincided with the Federal Reserve's decision to halt rate hikes, and Bitcoin understood this. It was also understood that the Federal Reserve would no longer be raising interest rates. Because inflation was expected to decline and we would probably be returning to a previous era, where the money was going to come pouring back in. Guys, what we're witnessing is a flood. That's where Bitcoin truly began to appreciate, when investors started to take risks with assets. Taking a chance on assets like cryptocurrency. I can't stress this enough. Sufficient to demonstrate how crucial this is. Folks, Daddy J. Powell is out of the equation, and the Federal Reserve is stepping back from the market. This means that cryptocurrencies are finally going to have their moment in the spotlight. If the Federal Reserve continues to tighten interest rates and exercise market control, we will never make any progress in this market. Now that XRP is back in a very fascinating spot, you should dive deeper into the price chart, notably this one. As you can see, guys, XRP has been locked in this consolidation pattern and is once again pressing on the high end of this range. Since early 2020, when we eventually get that catalyst to move, XRP is 100% set to blow out the top of this thing. Although I believe the Federal Reserve's actions are very constructive for relieving pressure on the market, I also believe that XRP still needs a huge catalyst to make a significant announcement. A settlement, a significant CBDC project, or an ETF of some form to provide XRP with the impetus to surpass the guys. Right now, XRP is sitting pretty at the top of this range. XRP should be at the top of this range, in my opinion. Then the bottom, but I do not doubt that XRP needs something to truly demonstrate this because we have seen it attempted several times previously. XRP nearly broke out, but the SEC case turned out to be more persistent, so it lost the rally, fell back, and then attempted to break out again. Once more a few weeks ago, but it crashed back down as it was revealed that the BlackRock XRP ETF announcement was false. To get past this obstacle, we require that spark. However, I don't believe that XRP is the only source for the catalyst. To be honest, gentlemen, I do believe that Bitcoin and the Bitcoin spot ETFs could be the catalyst. What we're witnessing is a very real possibility that Bitcoin might receive between $50 and $100 billion in funding. This will generate demand within the first year of the Bitcoin spot ETFs. I've said it before, but I believe that the Bitcoin spot ETFs that are about to happen could have some of the highest levels of liquidity the cryptocurrency market has ever seen. Bitcoin has never had this level of liquidity on the spot market, and it will probably push Bitcoin to prices that not many people are expecting. Once more, these ETFs are not going away. These will serve as a signal to the major institutions in Bitcoin that the cryptocurrency market is here to stay. To stay in a major sense, and folks, there's something I discovered earlier today that coincidentally occurs at the same moment as this Bitcoin site. The news about ETFs is that we have recently received a statement from the Bank of International Settlements. The fact that central banks are now permitted to hold 2% of their reserves in cryptocurrency is noteworthy. If you recall, Brad Garlinghouse told the IMF that a country had to be able to hold cryptocurrencies on its balance sheet before a major institution could begin to actively participate in the cryptocurrency market. This is what we are witnessing happen in real time. Since 2018, Brad Garlinghouse and the Ripple team have been predicting this and engaging with major institutions. As a result, we are witnessing the policy change take effect, allowing these large institutions to begin participating in the cryptocurrency market. Notably, they are referring to these products as cryptocurrencies. They are not the digital currencies used by central banks. Digital securities, we're observing what they mean by cryptocurrency. The way that institutions and the real world are adopting cryptocurrencies is currently undergoing a paradigm shift. These, in my opinion, might be the things that enable us to leave this place. These might be the developments that entice the market to flow back into things like XRP. Guys, let me just show you one more thing that I think is crucial to comprehend, the shift in perspective that XRP is going through. I'm not going to play you right now this video, but John Dion was having a meeting with Paul and earlier today. Paul used to be an analyst at Goldman Sachs. In this video, he claims that before the court case, which he never really liked, he never really paid attention to XRP. Ripple, blah, 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 but as Mike Nauver mentioned the other day, his perspective has entirely altered. Guys, the individuals who were previously against Ripple and XRP have entirely changed their minds as a result of Ripple's victory in the SEC court case. They now view XRP as a top-tier digital asset, which will put XRP on par with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Without a doubt, XRP has lagged behind them for a very long time. However, it's time for XRP to catch up and trade on par with the other top-tier cryptocurrencies, guys. At the moment, XRP has a market capitalization of $34 billion, while Ethereum has $272 billion. I do not doubt that XRP can easily reach this market capitalization given its new regulatory status and the breakout in the asset. Guys, XRP has been suppressed for a very long time. We have experienced legal cases. We've looked through the FTX fund, but the sentiment is shifting quickly at the same time that I'm observing a significant change in the macro, guys. One of the most exciting developments for the Bitcoin sector that I have seen, and it appears that we have finally made it out on the other side, and I believe that the upcoming months and years will be incredibly exciting, even if we have been forced to weather the storm for a very long period. I want to thank all of the guys for coming. I hope you liked this update. To interact with me directly and receive updates on what I'm up to, please subscribe to my Twitter account. For those of you who are only interested in my videos, this will grant you access to a private account. You may help me out by just doing the simple thing of subscribing, which is incredibly helpful.